Welcome back to the world of Tapir. The story thus far is that the False Sun crew had made their way to Medicto in order to retrieve a statuette from the Raven Queen Temple in order to pay off their debt to Mal. Mal also orchestrated a meeting between a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend that could get them past the blockade in McCreer that could then let them get to Cogston. There they had met. Their contact was a tabaxi named Katya, and she had proven her mettle during a tavern brawl as a couple bounty hunters from Fatio came looking for Levere. And after escaping the tavern, they rushed back to the ship and very, very quickly set sail. And that is where we pick up. It is the dead of night, Katya, and as you are standing on the deck of the ship, three figures come out from below deck. They're all three mongrel folk, basically animal people. They're shorter than 3 feet tall. One of them's a Finnick, and he rushes up to Sushi, flanked by a mouse and a red panda. The mouse and red panda are both girls. The Finnick goes to Sushi and says, what happened? I thought we weren't going to set sail till morning.
Bit of an issue came up.
What kind of issue?
That was so much fun.
Oh.
Bounty hunters after me.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
We showed them
It
what
happens.
for.
Yeah. Okay, I saw this from one of the guys. I was just gonna hold up a pouch.
All right. Well then. All right.
Привет, ребенки. I am Katya. What are you called? Would you like a candy?
I would actually. He takes the candy and starts eating it. I'm Udon.
No, don't give him sweets.
Oh, it's
Get
just a
Piper.
little bit.
He takes the candy out of his. He takes
It's not that much sugar.
He takes the candy out of his mouth when Sushi says he shouldn't eat sweets. He offers
He
it
gets
to.
hyper.
He offers it to. Yeah, I do. He offers it to a small lizard that's just standing on the railing. I'm Udon, by the way. This is Ramen, and he gestures to the mouse, and this is Soba, and he gestures to the red panda. Yeah, nice to meet you, Katya. You said.
Yes, Katya.
All right.
Good names. Food names. Best names.
Yes. Oh, Levere, could you go ahead and roll a d4?
Yes. Let me just go ahead and do that.
In my country, it is
One.
traditional to name yourself after a food.
You got a 1?
Yeah.
All right.
You don't get a goddamn that one.
No, it was a
What?
d4.
It's a D4.
Katya, as you are meeting the crew, you feel something crawling onto your shoulder, and you look, and it is a tiny possum standing on your shoulder. And
I was wondering where Delphi went.
Oh, привет. She gives him candy.
She takes the candy and just starts eating it. It's just a regular possum, just tiny, like 6 inches.
Katya pats him on the head.
Andy?
She's chewing on the caramel very loudly. And then you hear from by your feet you hear grrr, bark, 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 as you look down, and there is what looks like a Saint Bernard dog, but like the size of a Chihuahua. It is a large dog the size of a small dog.
It's not so good for dog. Have jerky.
He sniffs the jerky and then takes it and runs below deck.
She.
Or she, sorry. That is the large dog the size of a small dog.
That's Naya.
Good to meet her.
Yeah, she belonged to the previous captain, I believe.
Yep.
Well, should we not set sail before those brigands catch up to us?
Y'all
Oh,
are,
we have.
yeah, you look at the you look out and see that you're already leaving the city behind.
They can't catch us now.
Хорошо.
And if I remember correctly, last you saw they were being stopped by the guards who were trying to get some answers as to what the hell happened.
One of them paid their
The guards
pants.
also cannot catch us now.
Nope.
And they definitely won't be able to catch us once we get a bit further out to sea.
Yeah.
'Cause
That was so much fun, though. I had a
we
really good
have
time.
a fun little trick.
All right.
Don't worry.
I just
I'm
lean
cutting
over to
everyone
Levere.
does me a favor.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, Sushi.
I feel like maybe we should have bought Left Snake when we got the chance.
Maybe, but he was very expensive.
I just didn't. I mean, I could have just not gotten the goose. I helped Corvus pay for the goose.
The goose was a mistake.
The goose was a mistake.
The goose was a mistake.
Well, some mistakes can be turned into very delicious meals.
I think it would break Corvus' heart.
Valid.
All right.
She could also be turned into a very delicious meal. She is a bird.
Don't forget, raw birds have a lot of salmonella in them. So don't go nibbling her.
Also, probably.
I am resistant to salmonella.
Udon goes up to Kachi and says, "You should probably avoid the bottom deck. You don't really want to anger the goose."
We'll see about
Hey,
this.
where's
goose.
Shiny?
I have never met an animal I could not come to heal.
Okay. If you want to do that, let the owner of said goose come with you, at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, it's not for right now. Right now, we're focusing on getting the hell out of here.
Do we keep the goose in the bilge?
Apparently.
Or just like regular lower deck?
The bilge. We're keeping her in the bilge. We have the straps around her beak, so it's relatively safe. Shiny is in. Shiny's in your room.
I'm gonna go pick up Shiny.
All right, you go below deck and you see Shiny is currently looking. Is currently like climbing the corner and just restless.
I'm gonna pick him up.
All right, you pick up Shiny.
He is about half my height,
Yep.
or like a third.
Yeah.
He's just a normal raccoon size. It's just that I'm very short.
Yeah. He's a normal
True.
raccoon. He just happens to have detect magic active and telepathy.
I'm gonna bring him up above deck.
All right, Katya, you see Sushi coming home or coming up, and she is carrying this raccoon. Katya, do you have any magic items on you right now that would be visible?
At the moment, I don't think so. Other than, my magic instruments that I cast the spells with.
Yeah. Okay. The raccoon starts like making grabby hands at your instruments, like shiny, shiny.
Sorry, little friend. These are for music making. And she, whips out her accordion and starts playing a little musics.
All right. Lavir, looking at the
Yes.
city behind you, you figure this is probably a good distance.
Yeah, all right. I head over to the helm, and I chunk in the spider gem to the wheel.
All right. Katya, as you are playing your accordion, you can see from the helm, from the wheel, a series of lines of runes like spread out all the way across the ship in like a pulse, moving towards the front of the ship.
The bowsprit.
And it coalesces into the bowsprit, spiraling around it into the gem. And from the gem that is at the very tip, a beam of light shoots out and opens a massive portal. And the wind begins to pick up as the ship starts to sail into the portal. Let's see. It was just after... Y'all met just after sundown, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can see... Let's see, time zones. I need to check my time zones real quick. Okay. As you go through, you can see there is sunlight through the portal as you... Yeah, there's sunlight through the portal as you sail through. Maybe about an hour or so until sundown, as the sun is hanging on the horizon, and then you hear a sploosh off the side, and looking, you can see a massive, what looks like a stone spider, the size of a city, walking on the surface of the water, firing balls of molten lava, surrounded by a shield of fire, is the only word you could describe from this distance. And it goes sploosh, sploosh.
Well, this is new. Should we be concerned about this giant spider?
As long as we sail away from it. Oh.
All right.
I still want to
idea.
kill that thing at some point.
Oh, we'll get to it once we're able to make sure that the ship doesn't burn.
Yeah.
This too. Fire is not so good.
Nope.
All right.
Tell me, Katia, do you know that spell to make water? Can
Let
Bards
me
learn
check.
that one? Can Bards learn that one?
Let me check which spell. I don't think I gave her water wall or sleet storm puts out fires. I know that. from
It's
Druid.
create or
Where the fuck did my
destroy
mouse-
water. Cleric or druid. You'd have to use an arcane
Only
secret.
clerics and druids?
Yeah, you'd have to learn. You'd have to learn it through like arcane secrets in order to use it.
Well, we do already have a cleric, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Are the-
Maybe we could. Ooh, I know. We can talk to. Oh, I know. If we go to Jareel, we might be able to ask if there's a way that we can get like an enchantment for the ship to make it more fire resistant.
That could be neat.
All right.
I'll put that in the Discord server notes.
All right. So, looking at the
How do you spell Jareel again?
Geeril. As you're looking at the spider, you can, judging by where the sun is, you can see that the spider, at some point in the last few days, has turned around and is now heading to the east instead of the west. Judging by the Macretian countryside, you figure that if there's not too many delays, you could get there. You could probably get to Cogston before the solstice, either before or at the solstice, around that general time frame.
Wonderful. All right, now steer away from the big spider.
All right, roll. Fuck! What did I make it last time? I guess roll dexterity to see how well you steer the ship.
Check or save?
Check.
Dirty 20.
All right. It doesn't take too long for you to get out of the firing range of the spider, and after a bit, you can see it stops launching molten balls at you and continues down its way.
Jeez, we're gonna have to deal with that at some point. Okay, alright. Now that we are in calmer waters, let's chart a course for Cogston!
Yeah. So, go ahead and roll a D20.
Alright.
No, sorry, a D100. I'm an idiot.
Captain Levere rolling on the encounter table.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 80.
80.
80.
80. 8.
I rolled an 80 and a 0.
All right. Katya, for this first week that you're sailing with this crew, what do you do? How do you spend your first week on this crew? This is something I realized I should have done when Reja joined the crew. I am learning how to best do it, but it's definitely something I should have asked when Reja joined the crew, but didn't realize until after. But Katya, how do you spend your first week on this ship?
She gets familiar with the layout first, and then declares herself the crew chef, and takes charge of making everyone's food.
All right. The person who's been making the food is the red panda, Soba, and so you go down.
She'll share with Soba then. She's.
You ever been to a knot?
I don't think so. What's it like over there?
It really depends on who you ask. But it's where I'm from, and I like to make foods from it. And you see she's been preparing some noodles.
We have these noodles too. Different kinds, you know, but we also have noodles. What I really like is pelmeni. It's like raviolis, but with meat.
Doesn't ravioli have meat in it?
Depends on what kind. Mostly is cheese.
Well, I mean, we do have dumplings that we could make. I have some dumpling dough.
Have you ever tried a pirожок?
No.
They are like dumplings, but fried. I make for you.
All right. She pulls out the ingredients to make dumpling dough and hands it to or slides it to you as she continues making the noodles.
Katya makes more of a yeasted biscuit-looking dough than like than like a traditional like
You
Asian dumpling.
you look at the ingredients sheet slid to you, and you search around for the correct ingredients and start making. Soba gives you a bit of a side eye, but continues making her noodles.
I don't know if we have all those ingredients.
I mean, y'all bought a lot of ingredients.
We've got a lot of hard.
We mostly bought like flour and beans, rice. We bought rice because I wanted
We've got
rice.
meat.
Yeah.
It's like flour, yeast, and butter for the.
Oh yeah,
dough.
you definitely have that.
Then you
I
just,
don't think
yeah.
we have butter. Doesn't really keep in a ship.
Well, y'all bought miscellaneous. Also, y'all do have the bag of colding.
We do.
That's true. We didn't decide to use it for that, but we
Yeah,
can in the
no.
future.
Yeah. I'll say that you do have butter because butter is awesome.
Butter is actually shelf stable at room temp for quite a bit, depending on the kind.
Yeah. Plus, it is winter.
Gonna be.
Yeah. Well, yes, it's gonna be winter in a few days.
Yeah. Butter is shelf stable at room temperature so long as you like keep it sealed. That's why butter bells
Not
are kept in a
easy.
dish of water.
I mean, you could put it in like a barrel, I guess. I just don't. There's not a lot of ways to store it on a ship.
You could get
'cause of the
Tupperware.
rocking.
Butter bell.
Yeah.
Tapir.
Good luck.
The world of Tapir was named after Tupperware.
Mm.
I don't.
I thought it was the animal.
I don't want to know if that's true.
I think Silver forgot there was an animal called Tapir when she named it.
It's called a tapir, but yes, I did not think about the animal. I definitely would have called this something else if I had remembered that animal
Yeah.
existed.
Mainly because whenever you look up World of Tapir,
It's the
it
animal.
entirely just it's the 7th video
You know,
down.
I have
because you just get a bunch of
I have
videos.
confirmed that flat tapirists do exist. There are probably some that believe the animal, like it's on the back of Tapir the animal.
Wait. We're saying we're on a giant tapir?
No, I'm saying there's probably some people that believe it. There's already some people that believe that it's flat and that the sun is fake. Remember y'all eavesdropped on the this game's version of flat earthers?
Yeah.
There's a whole planet in the Hitchhiker's Guide that thinks the universe is just a giant booger on a giant man that's just waiting to get sneezed and like wiped off and destroyed by the oncoming napkin.
I mean, that's more reasonable than flat Earth.
Aren't they kind of right? No, wait, that's the short people. Never mind.
You serve this dumpling-like dish to the crew
Yeah.
as they.
It's a pierogi, like a Russian pierogi. It's like fluffy bread dough that's fried with meat and potatoes inside.
The Polish blood in me craves pierogi.
Yes, it's very different from a Polish pierogi.
Yeah. So
Pierogies
Yeah.
is pierogies.
It's pirishki. Singular pirozhok. It's different.
it is probably delicious. I've never had it, but I'm assuming it's delicious.
They're really good. Whenever I get the chance to buy them, I buy like 12 and I struggle not to eat them all in one sitting.
That's valid.
I'm lazy enough to get the frozen kind. There's like also the less frozen kind, and then there's the fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh is hard to
Yeah,
get.
well, it's so like Polish style pierogies are like pasta dough. This is like risen bread,
like
dough that
biscuits.
gets fried.
So it's like a biscuit. So it's like a biscuit with so it's like basically a jelly-filled donut, but instead of jelly, it's meat.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes.
So like it's biscuit dough, and then like you put meat inside and roll it into a dumpling shape, and then fry it.
Like a pig in a blanket with different kind of sausage.
Yeah.
That sounds good. I actually
So I'm
kind
gonna
of almost-
guess that on the random encounter table, I rolled clear waters.
No, actually. As you're as you're going about and enjoying this time, you do see off in the distance there is an island that is. It looks like it's shaped like a. It's shaped like a teardrop almost. It's not. It's too small to have been like charted. Like you can see all the way across. It's pretty small, smaller than like less than an acre. But as you're looking through your spyglass, you do see it does have a tree with some fruit on it.
I'll steer the ship over.
All right. The water gets shallow enough that you can safely weigh anchor and take the dinghies to the island.
Cool. Let's do that.
Yeah.
So, as you walk up to the, as you set foot on the island and walk towards the tree, you do see that the fruit on it is lemons or limes. As you get closer, you realize that they're lemon-lime hybrids, like almost perfectly in half, half green, half yellow. And what's more, there appears to be a chest at the base of the tree. It is overgrown with moss, and the tree is actually sort of rooted around it.
All right. Hold on. Let me.
Well, this is certainly out of the ordinary.
Yeah, it is.
After a while of enjoying patches, cooking the crew comes upon a small island with a lemon lime tree and a chest, or a mossy chest. All right. First, I am going to investigate the chest.
All right, roll investigation.
All right. I really, like next time I'm able to, I really need to improve my wisdom and intelligence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you should probably invest in those.
yeah.
16.
It's firmly rooted in, or it's firmly rooted into the tree. The roots have completely engulfed its handles. It looks like it hasn't been opened for quite some time, as the hinges are rusted and there's moss grown like over the seam, and the kind of moss that's unbroken.
Katya would like to roll Arcana to see if there's any sus magic things afoot.
All right, roll Arcana.
See if you recognize any magical stoof.
24.
Wow.
As you look around, you feel the texture of the fruits, and you sniff at the chest. You do feel there is a slight presence of magic, divine magic, not strong, more like the kind left as a blessing. One that, in your long years of travels, you've felt like this kind of faint divine magic before. It seems like someone had. It's the kind that is left as a blessing after a funeral.
I don't think we should disturb this chest. There is a blessing placed upon it. One usually used for funerary rites. I don't think it's a good idea to bother it. Probably
No.
someone or something special was buried here.
It's not like we haven't disturbed special graves before.
Well, that's rude. Who taught you manners?
I'm curious what's in
My
there,
father.
though.
Нифига себе.
Well, it should be fine as long as we leave an offering, right?
Katya shrugs. You do what you want. I'm going to stand back.
Okay. Lavir's going to leave, like 5 gold
All right.
on top of the chest.
It's just gonna take some flowers and pull out like a little pastry and put it on there. There we go. Offering.
And
What's inside?
he,
What's inside the chest?
oh, well, I'm leaving the offering for, just to pick some fruit.
Uh,
I want
the
what's inside the chest, though.
the fruit
If you wanna
seems
open the chest, you
surprised.
can.
The fruit seems surprisingly in season, despite it not being the season that this fruit grows. It is perfectly.
I also want to see what's inside the chest.
It is perfectly ripe and smells very citrusy of both lemon and lime.
Is the chest trapped?
Lavir picks a fruit.
All right. It's a little heavier than you were expecting.
Sushi is going to leave an offering as well.
I pick 3 of these fruits.
All right.
Sushi is going to leave an offering of one of her bottles of milk.
Okay.
Is the chest trapped
Uh,
or locked?
All right. Can you check for traps?
I believe I can check. It's what, investigation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I can check. Natural 20.
It does not appear to be trapped, though it is locked.
I will try and pick that lock.
All right. You got thieves' tools?
Yes, I do.
All right. Roll dexterity. Are you proficient in them?
Yes, I am.
Add your proficiency.
So Dex plus proficiency?
Yep.
Nice. Oh, double nice. 27.
All right. With deft hands, you very quickly hear the chest go and open slightly, just causing some of the moss to fall off as the seam has been broken.
She's just going to like take a step slightly away and use one of her tools just to open it without standing in front of it.
All right.
And glance from the
I'm gonna
side.
tell my my familiar, hey, could you go help open that?
Sure. I don't know how much I'd be
Thank
able to
you.
help, but of course. Yeah, goes and as Raja, as you're slowly opening it with like a stick, the familiar just climbs up to it and just thrusts it open. Inside, you see a necklace. It's a simple silver chain necklace, but it has a golden triangle on it with a symbol.
Oh, pretty.
Do you recognize that symbol?
Roll history.
Oral
Okay.
history.
I have no idea if I do or not. History.
I got a nat 1.
I rolled a
I got it.
7.
I got a 10.
Yeah, no, you have no idea. It's a pretty necklace. What about you?
I'm
Hey-
gonna cast detect
Hey,
magic.
little guy, could you
Katya
pick
rolled
that
a
up, please?
13.
It's a pretty necklace.
Is it magical?
What are you doing to try and
I am
determine whether or not it's magic?
Hey, Corvus,
Detect
I am
magic.
instructing my
and
little
see
guy
if
to...
it, see if you recognize it.
As you use detect
I'll
magic,
try.
you don't see any magic coming from the necklace, but you do see magic coming from the tree.
The tree is magical.
I mean, I kind of gathered that.
The exact school is, it would be a sort of divine magic, nature domain.
You're just gonna take the necklace.
All right, roll history, Corvus.
It's pretty.
Corvus.
Well, alright. I'm just going to take a lemon.
All right, a lemon lime, a limon.
A lineman.
Yeah, a limon.
Non-natural 20. Non-natural 20.
A dirty
for the
20?
history.
All right, Corvus.
Yeah.
You've seen this before. You've seen this symbol before. You remember reading about it in a book back when you were back in the library in Modito? No, it wasn't Asfold. Definitely wasn't Asfold. This is not stuff you would have learned from Mother Maggie. But the symbol that's on the triangle is that of an old pirate king from a few hundred years ago. One that had made sure to plant plenty of lemon and lime trees wherever he landed. That way, none of those sailing his seas would ever catch scurvy. He was known as Goldtooth because though he could save others from scurvy, it was already too late for him.
Huh.
But after he passed, he was buried somewhere with both a lemon and a lime seed, and blessed by those who shared his love of nature. He was one of the kindest pirate kings to sail the seas of Pelcroft.
Alright, I basically go detail the stories of Goldtooth, just being very verbose about his clearly charitable actions among the seven seas, and I'm just being like, okay, I kind of.
I mean, it was just the one sea. It wasn't seven. It was just the one.
Oh, it's just only the one.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
Pelcroft.
It's just only one, the Pelcroft, but still, it's just like, it still was like something that Corvus finds very inspiring. Actually, to hear such good tales of an actual pirate, kind of gives her hope for herself.
Well, shit then. I guess that means we can take a whole bunch of these.
Yeah,
Katya leaves an offering of some herbs and takes some limons as well.
All right.
Just don't pick all of them. Don't be greedy.
Yeah.
We can't. We
Just
can't.
take
we
one.
should-
I
we
did
should
leave an
do-
offering of goat milk. 5-month-old goat milk.
Oh God, that's where the butter came from.
That goat milk has been in my inventory for
Wait
so
a minute.
long.
Gross.
Wait a minute. Okay, might be an outrageous question, DM.
What?
Has Della laid any eggs?
Della has laid one egg. However, the Sushi's servants traded it for the boots of Elvenkind for Sushi's birthday.
Okay, that's fine. That's honestly fine. Yeah, so...
Yeah.
Okay,
Give
so
her
I
time,
can't
she'll
even-
lay
It's not
another.
like it was a fertilized egg.
Yeah, so it just makes me feel sad because after realizing what this actually is, it's I now definitely want to leave an offering for his dearly departed soul.
Just leave him some coin.
Yeah.
Pirates love coin.
Is he
Well,
dearly departed?
Yeah, he's
Or
dead.
is he still here with us? In our
If
hearts?
he was, then we would need
Or
to
as a ghost.
exorcise him. We would
He's
need to
with-
exercise him.
He's with us in our hearts and in our teeth and gums.
If you've bought
Corvus,
a
if you want to exercise the ghosts, you should make a gym.
if you bought lemons or limes in the Pelcroft, chances are it probably came from one of his trees.
I'm just.
I feel embarrassed for that joke. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it was good. I groaned.
All right, Silver. How many limons should I add to the ship inventory?
I'd say 15.
15. That's enough to make a nice compote.
I'm assuming like each one of you'll grab like a couple, like 3. Not too many, because you don't want to, ransack the tree. But it's enough to last a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could
You know what?
maybe even use Identify on them. 'Cause
All right,
they are
I'm willing
magic.
to the part. I'm willing to leave the good captain here 5 gold. Actually, I'm removing 5 gold from my inventory.
Okay. You place
Here,
5
take
gold
this.
in the chest.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I can't give you anything meaningful, so here's cash. I really wish I had something meaningful. You really do inspire a lot of good for the world.
Pirates
At
love
least in the
coin.
Pelcroft.
They like it. Pirates love coin.
Yeah, I mean,
Evidence.
like,
I'm a pirate and I love coin.
well, that's your type of pirate. Even though I heard of his stories, it's like, I don't want to immediately assume. You get me? 'Cause
Weren't
that's
you
just
a mercenary?
Assumptions
Oh.
make aces out of you and me.
What, Sushi?
Yeah.
Sushi? Or what were you saying?
Oh, I said that. I don't think that's a fair comparison for Levere to make because he's only just recently a pirate.
That is
Still a pirate.
Before
it is-
that, he was a mercenary.
I wasn't a mercenary. I was a privateer.
That's
Mm.
what privateers are, though.
Nope. Privateers are basically state-run pirates.
Yeah, they are
Not
pirates for coin.
mercenaries. Not mercenaries.
Sounds pretty mercenary.
Mercenaries kill for coin.
Oh shit, the mugshot was released.
Trumps?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, now that's topical.
Yeah. It just happened.
Yeah, so, I guess now, that does make me wonder, though. Like, thinking about, like, what Sushi mentioned before, like, if his spirit actually still resides on the earth around here, maybe I could actually talk with him. Like, I'm gonna try something quick. Let's see. What was it? Nah. Hey. Can I do that? No. Yeah, that's right. It was only that spell. Never mind.
What were you gonna try and do?
I was gonna try to commune with the dead, but I forgot. I don't have commune with the dead. I just have commune,
Yeah.
which only deals with my deity.
Yeah. Speak with dead also requires the corpse, and the corpse has to be in, like you have to have like a jaw and tongue, and lips.
Which means more recently departed instead of long time ago.
Yeah, you don't even know where his corpse would be. It could be in the tree itself or under the tree. Or maybe he could have been he could have been cremated. You don't know.
Yeah.
Why are we obsessed with finding this guy's corpse?
I'm not interested in finding the guy's corpse. I was just interested in possibly talking with the man, but seems like I can't even do that.
No, ask the Raven Queen about it. Anyway, we should probably get going.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Honestly, this was a good time.
All right. So you make your way back to the ship with no issues. Your retainers are waiting there. They were watching from the railing. So, how'd it go? Anything interesting?
Limons.
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 Neat. So they're just lemons and limes?
Yep.
Huh, neat.
Courtesy of Goldtooth.
Yep.
I think I've heard of that.
Mm-hmm. An actually charitable good pirate.
Look at it. Look at it this way.
charitable pirates.
Look at it this way. At least Silver didn't name him Johnny Lemonseed.
I was really, really tempted to.
I know you were.
I went to random pirate generator because I didn't actually have a name for him. The only thing I had written down for this was a small island with a lemon tree and chest with a gold triangle.
I'm currently stitching a patch onto my jeans.
Nice.
Because the cherry fell out of my cigarette in my brother's car and burnt 2 holes into my pants.
Punk. By the way, those limons, they are magical in that they never spoil.
Nice.
Alright.
Have to come back here at some point.
So, as you,
Can I make a mark of this little island on my map?
yeah, you absolutely
All right.
can. It would.
I will mark this island on the map.
All right, just put it in your notes. It'd be in the. It'd be. I'll show you where it is after.
Off the coast of McCreer.
Yeah, off the coast of McCreer, between McCreer mainland and Cogston. So, go ahead. Anything else y'all wish to do with this next week before you roll the next encounter?
Razor would have gone through what she had stolen from that one guy.
Oh!
A pouch. Yeah.
It was just a bunch of rings. You already went through it. It was just a bunch of rings, one of which was,
For the tavern.
Oh!
The guy she stole from there. Yeah, she took the pouch off of one of the guys.
I think that was just a coin purse, wasn't it?
I don't know. I assume so, but I didn't get any information, so I don't know.
I'll have to.
'Cause we had
I'll have
a session like right after that.
Yeah, sorry. I'll have to double check the actual session. I'll have to double check the session to be certain, but for now, just assume that it's a. For now, just mark down like
Right now,
750
I have pouch
gold.
from human bounty hunter.
Yeah. Just mark
Okay,
750 gold.
Okay, just make a note behind that then. Okay, Razor would have given Katya a flower. Here you go.
Thank you.
Levere would like to use the scrying orb.
Okay. And who are you scrying on?
I'm gonna scry on Lomat.
Okay. Do you still have her bloody sleeve?
I assume Varen kept it in her room.
Yeah, I think didn't she keep it in the chest with the orb
think
and
so.
all the other stuff?
I believe
Probably.
So, yeah.
All right. So that means that would be because you have part of her body. That would you have her blood. That would be a penalty of 10 for her save, right?
I think. Let me open up Scry.
Alright.
That's right, it's spelled with a C.
Well, I got an 8 total.
Yep. Let's see. You can see in here a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence to you must make a wisdom saving throw. A successful save. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't. I don't know what it's going against.
No, I save. I believe the Scrying Orb's DC is 15. But yeah. So, as you sit in your. As you sit in the captain's quarter on the bed and stare into the Scrying Orb, you find yourself you find your consciousness lifted high above the ship, high into the
The DC is 17.
Oh, 17. Okay. Even if I didn't have the penalty. No, if I. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Crystal ball, very rare, requires attunement.
yeah.
Typical crystal ball, a very rare item, is about 6 inches in diameter. While touching it, you can cast the scrying spell, save DC 17.
Okay. So yeah, either way, an 8's not going to cut it. So you find your consciousness lifted high above the ship and shunted over into the McCreer mainland, over the vast mesas, over the deserts, over several towns, and you find yourself peering into a coastal area of McCreer. You can see Lomat is currently pacing around a ship, and she is looking at her. Let me double check which hand it was that was cut off, so I don't say the wrong hand. Because I don't remember. Okay, she's peering at her every now and then. She peers at her left hand, which is metal, a prosthetic hand made from the finest Macretian technologies, and she flexes it a few times as she's pacing around a ship. You can see Mal step into view and says, well, good news is we should be able to set sail following the new year. So, there is that. And Lomas says, I would much rather be able to do it sooner so that I can find her and choke the life out of her. I want to see her bleed. And Malden just scoffs and says, you really need to get a hobby. Lomat angrily tries to punch Mal, but stops an inch away from their face. Mal doesn't even flinch. Look, we don't even have enough crew to set sail right now, so unless you want to do everything by yourself, then it's going to have to wait. And they just slightly push aside Lomat's fist. And that is where your consciousness is suddenly pulled back into your body.
All right. All right. I've got that written down. Levere scries on Lomat, seeing her on the coastal town of McCreer, inspecting her new prosthetic arm. Mal tells her that they should be ready to set sail sometime after New Year. Lomat wants to shove off sooner, but they lack the crew to do so.
Yeah, that's about it. They got a ship, but not a crew.
Who are these guys anyway? Katya asks as she's like staring over Lavier's shoulder.
Oh yeah, it probably would make sense that you could probably see what's going on through the crystal ball.
Yeah, you see it as like blobs moving around. You don't get the full like. You just saw like a blue blob and a sort of greenish blob moving around.
Ooh.
But you've seen scrying enough to know that you're probably looking at someone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just old enemies.
I see. Got to keep an eye on them. Make sure you have the advantage.
Yep. Just spying on a pirate captain that wronged us early on. We took her arm and her eye for it. And
That's
it looks like
pretty good.
she's... And that was, what, like,
You've
What's
built a
up?
lifelong rival, I see.
looks over at Sushi. Like, what, like 5-6 months ago? How long ago did we set off?
Y'all set off. That encounter was a few days after the summer solstice, so it's a little. You have like.
Nearly 6 months ago.
Yeah, nearly 6 months ago. Because you're about to come up to the winter solstice.
Yeah, she set fire to the bar that we were at.
Yeah.
Broke the spine of like a what was he, like
Our
12?
third most consistent
He was 15.
villain.
He's 15, but he was a dragonborn, so I think he was an adult.
Yeah, young adult.
Our fourth
Anyway-
most consistent villain.
Anyway, it's been like 6 months and she's still not over it.
The first one was Mal. The second is just random cults. The third is just that one
I mean,
devil
losing
guy.
a limb
and
isn't
then
that
that's it.
fun. I lost this eye. You know, being impaired is difficult, but...
She just got a prosthetic.
mm,
It's Macretian tech. It should be better than new.
Ah, Lucretia, that's where my friend that is going to get us through the blockade is from. He's Commodore of the army.
Oh, okay. So that's your friend of a friend. All right, cool.
Yeah, when we get there, I'll cast Seeming. They'll all seem like legit soldiers. He'll let us through.
All right. Sounds good. And I think that's a good spot for that week to end.
Alright, go ahead and roll the next one. What?
It was almost 60-20.
20.
Almost a 60.
Alright.
We've lost Corvus again.
Oh no! So, as y'all are sailing the seas, you find. Oh, who is poking me? Okay.
It's me sending you stuff I can't say on the channel.
So, as you are sailing through the seas, you find that on one of the days it's snowing, as the air is frigid, and peering out, you can see that there is, as the clouds block out the sun, you can see a ship that seems to have been marooned on a sandbar off in the distance.
Oh, huh. I'll take out my spyglass and see if there's anyone on there.
As you are looking through your spyglass, you can see that the ship has a name called the Wallflower, and next to its name is a logo that resembles a bell, and you can see an HSC on the logo. However, on the side of the ship, you can see a message painted in pitch. Nothing of value is here. There is only danger repulsive to any living thing.
You said it's the HSC wallflower?
Yes. The logo was next to the name, and the logo had HSC on it. You can roll history or just an intelligence check if you want to see if you know what HSC is.
I'll roll history. 13?
Yeah. The logo looks like it's the one for the Hardison Salvage Company. It's a Macretian salvage company that uses diving bells, high-pressure diving suits and other methods of deep-sea traversal to salvage various shipwrecks. And it seems that one of its ships has been wrecked itself.
Alright, what was the message again?
On the side,
Yeah.
nothing of value is here. There is only danger repulsive to any living thing. Or anything living.
Alright. Well, that's ominous. Y'all want to try and get some diving bells, or do you think we should not go there?
Like, what is your operation here, Captain? Do you want to proceed or no?
I'm asking you that. I'm asking the crew.
Alright, trying to get full-on participation.
That's
fine
what
with,
I'm
going
doing.
ahead. I'm fine with going ahead. That would be my vote.
Sushi?
What? I don't know.
Shakti, were you paying attention?
I was paying as much attention as I could.
Do you want to go to the spooky ship to get some diving equipment, or do you want to go, or do you just want to sail on?
What do we need a diving equipment for?
Deep sea shit?
We have magic.
Yeah, no one can breathe water yet.
We've already gone to the bottom of the sea before.
Yeah, and you know what we found there? Lots of treasure.
No, we found an asshole Fae who tried to kill us.
Yeah, and you know what that asshole Faye had? Lots of
Dead
treasure.
people?
Lots of treasure.
That had dead people.
And lots of treasure.
I don't know if lots. I think we've gotten more treasure from living people before.
We got over 1,200 gold out of that.
1,200 gold. I've spent almost that much on my armor.
Yeah, but it's nice finding a big pile of it. Anyway, Reja, what do you
if
say?
you want money, why don't we just go do more jobs for devils?
Reja.
I like the idea of coins. It'd be neat. I actually have never been, like in the ocean or anything. This is probably the closest I've ever been. It's just being on a ship. But if you guys want to keep going, I'm okay with that too. But treasure sounds neat.
Well, okay, we can either just keep floating on, or we can take a dinghy over and bail as soon as danger appears.
So... Okay.
Water
like,
breathing
what
isn't available to Katya, so I think it's like reasonable to try and look for underwater gear. Unless someone else can, like, learn water breathing down the road, it's a 3rd level spell.
Sushi can get it at a later level because of warlock stuff.
I can get it for myself.
Yeah, just for yourself though, you greedy bitch.
Well, it affects up to 10 willing creatures within range.
Well, the warlock,
No,
I have
the
a
warlock
I don't-
one
Oh, okay.
It's not a
Different.
spell. It's
ability or a
I
feature.
see.
Yeah,
I've been
It's a
planning to
passive
get
thing.
it since we started the campaign, but this campaign has been very slow on levels,
Well, we do milestone.
and it's 2 years in, and we're not level 10.
we're level
I think.
9.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Level
we're
9.
level 9.
After every major arc, y'all gain a level. It's reasonable to assume that after y'all are done with Cogston, y'all will gain a level.
Hmm.
Right. Well, let's get on a dinghy.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
fine.
As you sail to it, coming up close, you can see that there is the gangplank does there is the gangplank set to from the upper deck to the or top deck to shore. However, at the foot of the gangplank, there is a what looks like a metal box, and you realize it's a safe.
We'll look at that later.
All right.
I mean, Katya can look at it now. She knows knock.
Hmm.
I want to investigate it first to see if it's trapped.
Yeah.
All right. Roll investigation.
Who?
What?
Who?
Two. You got a 2?
No, I said who.
Oh, you.
I will help.
Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to thread a needle so I can get that thing done. Okay, let's investigate. Wait, I have advantage. Well, never mind on needing to roll a second one. I rolled a nat 20, so 19.
All right. As you start your investigation, checking to see if it's trapped, you slightly tap the side, and the door swings open very slightly. You find that it is neither trapped nor locked.
Huh. Well,
Хорошо.
I guess I'll look inside.
Inside, there's just a single wax cylinder.
Like the kind for the gramophone?
Exactly like the kind.
I'll pocket that.
All right.
Give that a listen when we get back to the ship.
All right.
And now we go onto the wallflower so that we can see if there's any diving equipment we can salvage.
As you're climbing up the wallflower, or as you're walking up the gangplank, and get a better look at it, it's slightly listed, and it was not as easy to see from that angle. But now that you see its full size, it is a galleon, a small galleon. You can see the door to the captain's quarters on the stern of the ship, as well as the stairs leading down. As you set foot, you find that there's a fog hanging on the surface of the ship. It is a black fog that's somehow even colder than the near winter air. It's somehow even colder than the snow that's falling, and you realize the snow's not actually landing on the ship.
Okay, quick idea. Let's go back to the ship and listen to the cylinder first.
Alright.
Maybe it has a warning message or something. Alright, everybody back on the dinghy.
All right, y'all rush down the gangplank back to the dinghies and very quickly row back to the ship.
Alright, I take the have we been calling it the gramophone, or what have we been calling it? Phonograph? Phonograph.
I think phonograph is more accurate than the gramophone, since I think gramophone used vinyl, didn't it?
Gramophone uses, well, it sort of used vinyl. It used early stuff and then used vinyl. It is a record player, gramophone.
Yeah. So
this is closest to an Edison
thing, phonograph,
but that's not the name it would use, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I really want to use
the Edison whatever.
I would love to use voxophone,
You've
but
seen
that's
an
from
American
Bioshock.
Tail, it's like that one where it has the rolly thing.
Yes. It's the kind that uses wax cylinders.
Yeah, so it's based on the Edison thing. I just don't remember what the second word is in that.
I believe it's phonograph. Alright,
yes, it
the
is.
wax cylinder on.
It is
crank
phonograph. All right.
Put on the wax cylinder, crank up the machine.
All right. The audio crackles a bit, but you hear a voice. This will be my last audio log. The crank on my autosaw broke, and the only other one I have is from this machine that makes these logs. I don't know what gods we angered, but the only thing on the ship is decay. The whole crew's dead. They're nothing but bones and tatters. I cut them up as many times, but they keep coming back after a few hours. I managed to saw a hole to the captain's quarters to see if they were somehow alive, and I sincerely wish I hadn't. It unleashed another torrent of that vicious fog, and I could barely make out their silhouettes. Their skeletons, just like the rest, fighting over that stupid goddamn dagger. I only survived this long because I put on the diving suit to afford myself some protection, but I somehow managed to slice a hole in it before I could flee. I can feel myself growing more tired. I'm gonna leave a warning if I can, something on the side of the ship, so people know not to step in there. I only hope that if you find this audio log, you listen to it first and heed warning. I pay. Nobody should set foot on that vessel.
Okay.
Well, good to see we found this first.
We need to get back on that ship.
I don't want to become a
You want to
skeleton.
become an undead zombie? Go ahead, I'm not. I'm staying here.
Corvus.
What?
While I do understand the core tenets of your beliefs, how long can you hold your breath?
How about this? We come back later when we can breathe underwater.
Or we come back when we don't need to breathe. Maybe we can see about getting some of those necklaces that do that from Tavel.
That
yeah.
is honestly
Just
a
mark
good
this
idea.
spot on the map and come back later.
Did they
I
say
don't
what
want to deal
color
with
the
the
mist
zombified
was?
mist.
The mist is black.
Oh, miasma.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a cloud of pure decay. And I do not wish to become a bones.
I wouldn't mind being undead.
Sushi. No. We will not have you go through the thralls of death and life again.
I mean, when I die, my soul's going in the sword anyway. Unless I break it.
But that's making both your body and your soul be in torment. Not
So?
really
I mean, the torment thing is just what you believe.
I have a question, Udon says, raising his hand.
Hello?
Isn't... If it's skeletons and decay, isn't that kind of Corvus's forte at fighting?
Absolutely. That's why I said about immediately me being able to focus on that. Because I literally have like something similar to paladins now. With like a smiting. With like my
That's
weapon.
neat.
So I don't even need to go full on magic spells anymore about that for basic undead. So that's what I mean when I say I'm ready to go. I just need to get something to be able to like breathe or no breathe, and then boom. Should be able to handle it, plus be able to heal myself.
No, that's what I'm saying. We can do this when we don't have to worry about breathing in the deadly fog.
Mm-hmm. And then you all could easily support me, making sure that the healer / actual good damage dealer for this scenario is fine.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. We can come back to this when we have those necklaces that let you adapt. I think they're called necklaces of adaptation. I don't know completely.
Yeah. Well, we'll ask Tavel as soon as like we come across him again.
Too bad you don't have
Oh,
diving
yeah.
suits like that audiolog guy said.
I mean,
Didn't he say they didn't work?
no, he said a hole got punctured into his suit.
Yeah, which that is very scary. Especially considering like the deep.
Yeah.
Man,
Don't even know how long it could take. It could take hours, it could take minutes, it could take days. That's terrifying.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why I do not want to breathe it in.
You don't want.
Well, I mean, I suppose
seriously-
we have one person that doesn't necessarily need to breathe.
Who would that be?
I'm gonna poke my familiar in the tummy.
I
But your
suppose I
familiar is
could.
just-
I suppose I could do a scouting mission
I
Oh,
would very appreciate
if
it.
you are willing to stay on the shore. And I can show you how things look in here through my senses.
That sounds like a good idea.
All right.
Do you need me to resummon you?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, so at
Sounds
least
like
we'll
this
be
then.
getting some information before. And we should probably do a bit of scouting once we actually get the equipment, just in case if the situation changes down there. That's just all I'm saying.
I mean, if I do meet a terrible fate, you could just resummon me after that.
Hmm.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
okay.
It
All
is
right.
feasible considering your expectancy, honestly.
All right. So, do
Almost done sewing on this map.
y'all row back to shore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
So, as you sit on the shore, just outside the gangplank, you meditate and close your eyes, and suddenly you can see yourself through the eyes of your familiar, and you can also hear all of them. So, I believe it is 1,000 feet is the range for your familiar, like using your familiar senses. And also, you can communicate telepathically with your familiar. So I will let you control I will let you explore the ship. All right.
Okay.
All right. So, climb up the gangplank, and what's where do you go first? The captain's quarters or below deck?
Below deck.
All right. Go ahead and roll stealth.
Okay.
Can I make a joke?
Sure.
Familiars are just VR drones.
Kind of.
That hurts. That hurts.
That's an 11.
All right. As you're looking through your familiar eyes, your familiar has a bit of difficulty getting down the stairs, and then trips over nothing. You look and there's nothing there, but suddenly, hold on. What's your familiar's AC? I believe it's the cranium rat.
It is the cranium rat.
All right.
I think it's lower on AC while being higher on some other stuff. So.
All right.
1 sec.
What's its AC?
I'm looking it up.
Ooh, that's not good.
Not swarm of cranium rats. Cranium rat. God damn it. Fucking. Why is it so hard to search for things?
AC of 12.
Yeah, AC 12.
All right, so an 11 does.
Very low on everything else.
Yeah, 11 does not hit. As you see as you hear the sound of like a sword hitting wood, and there's a gash right next to you in the floor that suddenly hit as splinters like fly out of it. As something invisible just tried to attack your familiar. What do you do?
Run away.
All right. Go ahead and roll stealth with disadvantage. It's with the cranium rats.
5.
5?
Okay, 4.
4? Okay.
Cranium rat's dex is slightly lower than mine.
You run around the corner and you see a skeleton wearing tattered clothes and a necklace that is glowing slightly with a reddish blue energy. And as soon as it sees you, it is going to try and throw something at you. Nope, that's a 7. It misses as an empty bottle is shatters right next to your familiar. What do you do?
I would like to try and steal the thingy.
The necklace?
Yes.
All right.
Crawl up the skeleton, steal the necklace.
All right. That's gonna
He's
require
got a lot of handholds. It shouldn't be too hard to climb up a skeleton.
Yeah, go ahead and roll dexterity check to get up to the skeleton.
Okay. Six.
Yeah, no. You try to get up to the skeleton. You try to crawl up
Damn
its
thing bounce off the wall.
You try to crawl up its legs, and it kicks, causing you to go flying. Make an acrobatics.
Well, it doesn't exactly have acrobatics
dexterity.
as a skill either.
It-
Yeah. Ten.
That is exactly what you needed. You managed to land behind some boxes. As you look around, hiding or as your familiar looks around, hiding, trying to figure out what to do, you do see a wax cylinder.
I would like to steal the wax cylinder.
All right, you hold on to it. It's about it's you can hold 2 wax cylinders. Well, actually, no. You can. No,
He's kind of goopy.
Yeah.
He could kind of stick it into himself a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. He
to hold
absorbs
it.
around it.
But he's about the size of 2 wax cylinders. So I
Yeah.
don't know if he could fit
You can.
2.
Yeah. I'd say you can fit 2. This one, you can see there's a date on it, unlike the one that was in the safe. This one's dated Burla the 7th.
No. Why do I feel like I'm in a Fallout game rather than D&D?
All right. Suddenly,
Just Berlin is the first month of fall.
yeah. So that was like
so
a few.
this year or maybe last year.
Or further.
You hear, dunk, boom, boom. The ground begins to shake as heavy footsteps come up the upstairs from the.
Run away from that.
Which direction?
I want to see what it is,
All right.
but I want to run away from it.
All right. There's a skeleton near the stairs that lead out. A skeleton in a sort of living pavilion, and there's stairs leading down. And from it, you can see a large figure wearing a diving suit with heavy footsteps, carrying what looks like some kind of hand crank connected to a buzzsaw. And as the skeleton, as the skeleton with the necklace, actually, you didn't see the first skeleton by the stairs, so you don't see that. So as it attacks turns to face the skeleton wearing the necklace, it starts to crank, and the buzzsaw starts to whir with each heavy footstep. Boom, boom, boom. It begins to slice up the skeleton through the bones, turning it into just shrapnel.
Have you been like playing Fallout or the other one? No, BioShock recently, or
BioShock is on their channel if you wish to watch it. But yeah, he is currently buzzsawing the skeleton with the necklace. And then
I am going to avoid the diving suit man.
all right. It then starts walking towards the stairs up deck, but stops and holds out its hand, and you can see in its clutched in its fist is a skeleton emerges, being held by the neck as it tries to break free. You can see on the skeleton's hand there is a gold ring that is glowing slightly.
Might be useful later.
The diving suit person, and you can see in the side there is a large hole in the suit. But the diving suit squeezes its hand, and the skull falls off, and the skeleton falls and clatters to the ground. As you see, the mist seems to coalesce around the skeletons as the diving suit
Oh no.
man takes one more step and begins to look around, and then looks right at the boxes where you're hiding. It is...
Run away.
He is standing right next to the stairs that lead out. There are...
Run downstairs.
Alright. Roll stealth.
Run away.
God. I wish y'all could hear the music I have playing. The music bot,
6.
6? Oh no. You're
I'm not rolling good.
You're...
Do you not have any inspirations?
It's the rat. The
No.
rat doesn't have inspirations. You're a boom, boom, boom. as it begins to make its way towards you. And in a panic, the rat just jumps down the side of the stairs to the lower deck and lands.
Run away.
All right. As you run and hide, you do see behind some more boxes. You do see another one of those wax cylinders.
I am going to steal the wax cylinder, and then I am going to wait for the man to come down the stairs and try to sneak past him as he runs towards the downstairs.
All right. You see.
Does the rat have the wax cylinder?
2 wax cylinders, sort of like congealed inside of it. It's made of like a dark it's a slime. The rat's a slime.
Yeah.
And it's
I know.
Yeah, it's holding the 2 wax cylinders in it.
It's the same like consistency as like venom.
Yes. So it makes it makes its way towards right towards you and like lifts the box you're hiding behind.
Run past it.
All right. Roll a stealth to try and lose it as you run past it, and it slams the box down where you were. 10.
What are you rolling on?
D&D Beyond.
Maybe roll on like Google or something. Change your dice.
Well,
It's D&D Beyond. It's not.
it rolled an 8.
It's physics based.
It's okay. It rolled an 8. You managed to run, hugging the wall, getting and climbing on the underside of the stairs, then crawling through the gap to get on top as you run back into the upper deck.
Are the skeletons reforming yet?
They are starting. You can see the cracks are starting to close.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. I want to run off the ship and bring the cylinders to Levere.
All right. As you do, you can see one last cylinder right next to the stairs.
I'm gonna have to pick that up next. I mean, like, I could technically grab it with my hands, but it would be hard to swim.
Well, no, y'all are waiting on the beach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're on the beach.
Yeah.
Stepping
It'll
on
be
the
a little
beach.
hard, but I'll try to carry it.
All right.
I'll try to carry it.
All right. Roll a dexterity check just to see how well you can keep
Look,
balance.
this is the rat. He has no skills.
I know.
They're all the same. 8.
8.
Good. Aw.
All right. You grab it and you're holding up your head. You manage to get up the stairs, and as you're running down the gangplank, you trip and fall, tumble down to the
He's
foot of
running
the
away
gangplank.
like Remy.
Yeah, I was imagining like holding it above your head like a Jack Sparrow with the jar of dirt. But yeah, you tumble down.
Didn't get too dented.
You tumble down and land in the snow and sand at the foot of the gangplank, in front of the rest of the crew. And you can see yourself meditating and with a very terrified look on your face.
Okay, so the little rat is going to cough up the cylinders for Levere.
All right, the 3 cylinders are dated Burla the 7th, Burla the 11th, and Burla the 14th.
Sushi's going to get up and just like look at Levere. We might want to move a little bit farther from the ship.
Yeah, I think we're done here for now. I'll mark this on the map so we can come back later.
There are some magic items that I think we could definitely use that are on the ship. There is a ring of invisibility, I believe. The problem is it is on a skeleton. And that skeleton is immortal.
Will
And there's also a man who is consistently killing that skeleton and has been since at least this last burial. let's
get off.
move.
As-
Let's the island.
You all
Keep
see the
going.
diving suit person standing at the top of the gangplank, staring down at you, in one hand holding the auto saw, the hand cranked buzz saw. It's just staring at you.
I know you want that to sound intimidating, but that is also just how C-sections used to be made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to get C-section. Let's leave.
I can't give them a buzz
I don't
saw
think
because
Sushi would like.
I can't give them a buzz saw because they wouldn't have that yet. I don't want to be anachronistic.
I mean, technically they could, but he did say they were out of all power sources, so it has to be hand crank for it to work right now.
But it is just staring at all of you. It is not.
We're going.
It's not leaving the deck of the ship.
We're leaving.
It
And then leave.
It watches you the entire time as y'all slowly back to. Oh wait, are y'all slowly backing up, or are you booking it and not looking back?
Booking it.
Okay.
Well, look, backing up slowly for a bit, and then for like 5-10 feet, and then booking it.
It watches you every step of the way, standing there at the top of the gangplank. And you can still see it as you're rowing back to your ship. Once you get a decent distance from the island, it slowly turns around and goes back below deck.
I have a feeling that the ship's not going to be disturbed by anybody else.
That was neat.
That was scary.
All right, let's.
That is neat.
All right, back on the ship, and we row the dinghy towards the ship.
All right.
What I think is neat is that my familiar has pockets.
It was not the most
How
comfortable.
fat did it look? How
Uh,
fat did it look when it was
it,
tumbling
it
down
wasn't
the
fat,
gangplank?
but it was long. It's like a mole rat.
Very long and just like.
Yeah. Like it
With
it
little
was.
stubby legs.
Yeah, pretty much. Basically a weasel with a worm tail. A worm-tailed weasel.
And it's just rolling down the gangplank like.
Yeah, like a fucking DK barrel. I was initially imagining like like a circle, like
Bouncing.
head over tail, but I think that a DK barrel is much more funny.
Rolling down, bouncing every now and then.
Yeah, because of the
Little ratty.
because of the little grooves in the gangplank.
Every now and then the family going, oof, ouch, oof.
Yeah, it was very uncomfortable. I would rather not do it again, but if it's needed, I guess I have to.
You would rather not do it again. So you're telling me that if I made you a little skeleton, you wouldn't wear it on the inside?
I would prefer not to, but if you wished it, I would have no choice.
Because I think it would be kind of funny if you shape shifted to a tiny skeleton.
Where are you gonna find a rat skeleton?
It doesn't have to
Probably
be rat.
from a
it just
rat.
has to be the right size.
Where are you going to find a rat-sized skeleton that isn't a rat?
Goldfish?
He just looks at you like you're an idiot.
I want to see you shaped like a goldfish.
Alright, let's listen to these logs.
Alright, which one you listen to first?
The one dated the earliest.
Alright, Burla the 7th. Alright, it's working. I think. The day's Burla the 7th and... Huh? Oh, sorry, Dawson. I was just using the new contraption to make audio logs for travels. Might come handy at some point. No? No? Yes? No, just the parts that are important. You probably don't want to hear about Carolyn maybe cheating at cards or Calvin's... Huh? Oh, yes, Captain. And that's the end of that log.
Alright, next one.
Burla the 11th.
11th, I think.
Yep. Alright, this is Barnes Raoul of the Wildflower Salvage Vessel for the Hardison Salvage Company.
Wait, what's the date? 11th?
Yes.
And his name?
Barnes Raoul. I'll put transcripts of the audio logs once they're all done in the notes. Let's see. We salvaged a massive safe from some Jareel vessel that sunk a month ago or so. About. No clue what it's doing in these waters, but hey, they always got good stuff there. It took us 3 days and most of the autosaw blades to crack that baby open, but as it turns out, inside was another safe, and inside that safe was another safe. And inside that one, well, you guessed it. It was like one of those North Aim dolls. You know, the ones that are with the smaller dolls inside them. Anywho, inside were only 3 things. A ring, a necklace, and a knife, but all of them are probably worth a lot. Carolyn's been messing with the ring. Apparently it makes her invisible, and Calvin got the necklace. And he said it. His back doesn't ache anymore ever since he put it on, so at least there's that. Captain's holding on to the knife, though, since it could be dangerous. And whatever the case, the magic stuff was always going to fetch a pretty price. And that's the end of that log.
Knife might be dangerous. Alright, and Burlo the 13th.
14th.
14th.
Everything's gone to shit. It started with all our food spoiling at once. A dark fog hangs on the ground, and it's coming from the captain's quarters. Styles went to check it out, but hasn't returned, and that was yesterday. The door seems to have been barricaded from the inside. We ran into a sandbar, and here we're stuck. I don't know what's happening, but I've been so tired lately. I haven't seen Caroline in days, and Calvin, well, he stays holed up in his quarters. A third of the crew's already dead. They've been dropping like flies over the last few days. I've got the autosaw for protection, but it seems like it's every man for himself.
Ooh.
And then you have that 4th one that was in the safe.
Well, over the course of a week, they all died. So, I'll mark this place on my map. I'll mark the sandbar on my map, or general location of it. And, we'll come back when we don't need to breathe.
Okay.
Alright. And, could we pause the episode for a little bit?
I think, yes. Welcome back. So, you all made it to the ship, back to the ship, and listened to the audio logs. And you marked it on your map and are now sailing away.
Yes.
Alright. So, as you're sailing, after the next few days, anything you want to do in the, like, day and a half before you get to the blockade?
Not that I can think of. I've already done Scry last week.
That's fair.
Yeah. Before we get to the blockade, Katya's gonna cast seeming on everyone so that they all look like they're part of the military.
How long does seeming last?
I'm double checking.
Seeming
8 hours.
8 hours?
Yes.
All right. We'll say you cast it once you actually like see the ships coming into view. That way, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, as you are, as you make your way and you cast seeming, you all find yourselves wearing Macritian uniforms. They are they look very practical. They're definitely utility first and fashion second, including hats. But you all make your way there, and you see the blockade coming into view. Several different military vessels of all kinds of sizes, including one very large one, which is obviously the command ship. But as you get closer, you can see that there's quite a few of them that don't even have sails, which is new. And many of them, a few of them are made out of metal, from what it seems. As you approach one of them, you can hear a voice say, "Halt! Weigh anchor."
All right. We do that.
All right.
Let me do the talking on this one, Captain.
All right.
Okay.
Two military vessels come by you and start to flank you before slowing down. And they say, "What is your business?" You don't actually see anyone in particular speaking. The voice seems to be coming out of these conical devices from that are stationed on the ships. Loudspeakers.
Katya gives the Macritian salute and says, "Hello, comrades. We are here to see Commodore Alden. We are here on special request from the Commodore himself."
Under what authorization?
The Commodore. He has invited us. I am Operative Katya. He is expecting us.
They go quiet for a bit and say, before saying, Hold just a bit.
Yes, sir.
After quite some time, they then say, "All right, the Commodore will see you. He will come over and board your ship himself."
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
All right, and the one of the two ships that are flanking you leaves and turns away to go back into his patrol, his own position in patrol. You can see the massive ship coming, the massive warship coming, and begins to flank you where that other one was. It dwarfs the Pseudo Solaire. But they do extend a gangplank onto yours. And you see a man walking down it wearing a much more fancy Macritian uniform. It has several ribbons and badges. This man is human. He's got some wrinkles. His hair is it's sort of dirty blonde, or at least it was, though it has grayed, and he has a beard, which is mostly gray. As he's walking in down the gangplank, and sets foot on your ship, he looks you up and down, Katya. It has been many years, but you still recognize him. This is Commodore Alden. caught you.
Alden, солнышко, приветик, иди ко мне, come give me a hug.
Perhaps below deck, because, some people are...
Yes, yes, we have to keep up appearances. Let's go discuss our business.
Yes. He, follows you down below deck. And once the doors are closed, then he grabs her hand, does that, like, thing where... what is it called? You know, like in Predator?
Secret handshake.
Well, where you, like, grabs her hand, does the, like... what is it called? You know, like they do in Predator.
The flex.
Yeah.
You clasp each other's hands and you do the flex.
Yeah, you do the flex and then pulls in for a hug. It's like, gotcha, it's been so long.
Too long, my friend.
Very too long.
I'm just here to get my new friend's passage into Macrisha for some business.
In Cogston?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. I can't just let some... Last person who came in was... what was it, like 3 years ago? They never came back, and they seemed like... I mean, they weren't as good as you, obviously, but... I don't want you to get hurt or anything.
Who don't make it to 54 years old with only these scratches without being a tough cookie?
I know you're tough. It's not necessarily you that I'm worried about. I'm worried that, you're... these people... I don't know them. I know you. I trust you, but I don't know them. What if they hold you back?
We killed the devil.
You killed the what?
We had a pretty good tavern brawl so far.
Yeah.
We killed the devil.
I made one guy piss his pants.
It was awesome.
What does that make, like 5 people that you've made piss their pants? 10? Wow, you've been busy in these last few years.
Oh, you gotta antagonize the assholes sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Fear is a good spell.
Yep, ain't that true? That magic stuff always went over my head. Are you sure that... are you really confident? Because I would not be able to live with myself if...
Is there anything you guys can say to, convince the Commodore here? Because, I mean, I too just met them, but I feel pretty comfortable so far. Sailing here this last few weeks has been pretty good.
Ooh, you've been sailing... Well, just be careful when you're in these waters. Apparently something big is showing up and is causing all kinds of trouble for, people sailing.
You've got a sea monster problem, do you?
I don't know.
We can
It's
help
just
you get of that.
stuff I've heard from...
You mean the big spider?
I think so.
Yes, the big spider boy. Yes, we have plans to deal with him. We'll beef up this ship and we'll kick his ass.
Well, if anyone could do that, it's you. But mostly worried about... Because anyone we've sent to Cogston is either come back really confused, or they ain't come back at all.
Commodore.
Yeah?
Did you hear about the situation in Siller Mastal a few months ago?
Kinda? Something about, apparently their queen almost got killed or something. I don't know. We really don't tend to focus on news over there. We're pretty far away from that place.
True. It is clear on near about the other half of the hemisphere. Well, the summary of that was priest in charge there for a solid 20 years or so. Turns out to have been the disgraced infernal general. Cornello.
Huh. That
And we kicked his ass.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
We kicked his ass so hard.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion advantage?
Yes.
We did
At 20.
technically kill him for like a hot second.
Natural 20.
Natural-
I rolled a 22.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, what's this crew called? Because I remember hearing that like apparently whatever was happening there was stopped by like the fake sun crew or something like that.
Yep, False Sun Crew, the
Yeah,
Pseudo Solaire. That's us.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He turns to you, Kachi, and is like, Kachi, you really trust them? Are you sure that with them you can handle whatever's in Cogston?
I do. I've had my fair share of adventures. If you say people are coming back with memory loss or not at all, it's definitely worth investigating.
Well, it's not necessarily
And you know-
memory loss. It's those who've tried to go on land. Well, I don't know. When you get close, you'll see like a weird mist around it. When we tried sailing there, the lucky ones have just like gotten turned around.
Is it a black mist?
No, no, like a regular mist, like a morning fog, but like really,
okay,
but
okay.
it persists throughout the day. We've tried to send a while back. They tried to send people to get it fixed, but the ones who were lucky have just gotten turned around somehow. Didn't even make it inside, and those who ain't,
This fog
well,
definitely sounds magical in nature.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We, well, a couple decades ago, it was we were stationed here to make sure that nobody goes poking around, and because we can't figure out what's going on, so best to just keep the public safe. But you think you can, you confident you can really figure out this whole mystery thing? I mean, you are better than
I
magic
think we
than
can solve this.
you are the only one I know that's actually proficient in magic.
I'm pretty sure we can solve this one.
All right, I'll give you 7 days, and if you're not back in 7 days, then I'll hold a funeral for you. 21 guns. All right.
Make it 22. I hate odd numbers.
I mean, 21 guns is a.
Or 20.
All right, I'll do.
I know it's the tradition.
I'll do
odd numbers.
I'll do.
It's a superstitious
I'll fire an extra one just for you then.
thing. Thanks. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, probably better get going. When I hugged you earlier, your clothes did not match how it actually felt. So,
Yes, I cast semen on us just to be safe, so we'd blend in and not make too much of a stink for you.
yeah. I never really understood that magic stuff with that stuff, but that was fun that time we infiltrated that masquerade ball, though.
Oh, that was a good one. You fought those people up. Those hoity-toity bastards don't know what hit them.
No, they did not. I think there's.
You kissed near everyone at that party.
Yeah. Yep.
We'll go out for drinks sometime when we come back.
Make that a promise, because I know you can't break promises. And if you promise me that we will get drinks, that helps assure
And
me.
we will get drinks. Katya never breaks a promise.
Alright, he holds out his hand.
Katya clasps it, flexes with him, and does the big
Yeah,
bro
double
hug
pat. Pat.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, I'm going to hold it to you. 7 days. If you're not back then that means you broke a promise. And I'll make sure to make fun of you for it forever.
Go ahead. Full permission.
Alright. So if you sell now, you should be getting there probably around somewhere close around 6.
Sounds good.
Alright, I'll leave you be. My advice is, because of the you can't really dock at the city dockings because it's covered in that weird mist, and you just get turned around, or you'll get lost forever. My advice:
Do you know a good spot to weigh anchor so that we may investigate the fog before going in?
there is an old abandoned dock, not far from the eastern entrance of it. So you can dock there and try to go to that one. That's the only entrance that our reports have that isn't collapsed.
Sounds good, Commodores. Thank you.
All right. He walks up. He stands up straight, takes on the more professional demeanor, and walks out, going back up the gangplank to his ship. And he turns around and says, "I wish all of you the best of luck. You'll need it." And he
Yeah.
walks up.
I give him a salute.
He gives a salute back.
I liked him. He seemed nice.
He's a good friend.
I
We
liked
go
his
way back.
beard.
Kobolds can't grow beards.
I mean, there's belts that could do it.
I
I'm pretty sure there are some dwarves who make a cream for that.
I don't know if I want to have hair. It sounds itchy.
So
I just like to imagine that the enchantment for like growing a beard has become more and more available because just in dwarf culture that's a sign of impotence. It's just like just really common.
yeah.
It's just really easy.
Oh god. Yeah.
It's the dwarf equivalent of the blue pill. It's just facial cream.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry, babe. My beard's just not stiff enough. Hold on.
so as y'all sail to the island of
Yeah,
McCreer,
take some beard agra.
as you sail to the island of McCreer, or to the island of Cogston, as you sail to Cogston, you can see the morning mist starting to form, and you can definitely see what they mean. It is like almost it's almost like a semisphere of fog surrounding the town, with only the walls containing it, but it spills out into the ocean where in the docks surrounding it. But you do see the abandoned dock next to it. That is a safe place to weigh anchor.
All right, we dock there.
Yay.
All right.
And it's good, and it's fun, and it's good.
Yep. Looking at your.
I'm getting kinda tired.
Yep. So, I think that is where we will end the session. And next session, you get to go actually into Cogston.
Hooray!
Yay! So,
Hooray.
make sure y'all check out some of the stuff on the channels. There's Bioshock, as mentioned, being played by my boyfriend Scraps. There is also Biddy. What are you playing?
I'm playing Oracle of Ages.
Yes. There was a really unfun minigame.
It's fine. It's all okay.
Yeah, it's all okay.
It's all okay now.
Chuckby, what is your campaign that you do on the weeks that aren't
running
this?
System Wasteland, and I have updated the character sheet for ease of use. Also,
Awesome.
Coming up this weekend, or was it last weekend? At this point, would it be last?
It'd be next
weekend or
weekend.
this weekend? Okay, so coming up this weekend will be a special bonus episode.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Well, we've still got other stuff like Tabletop Thursdays. We finished Kobolds, the second expansion.
Hooray!
Yep. And
Hooray!
also on the channel there should be new series Mario 3D World with me, Biddy, and Scraps.
Yay!
Hopefully. So, comment challenge of the day. What is your favorite food that is like a sort of bread wrapped around a filling? What's your favorite filling?
I very much enjoy pot stickers.
That's fair. I like strawberry.
Fried
Oh.
fried pork pot stickers.
I like strawberry jelly filled or strawberry jam filled donuts.
So do I.
I like pirushki. They're my favorite. But also, this bakery near me does croissant donuts, and they're fucking good.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And very worth the gluten poisoning that I get because I can't have wheat.
Oh no, you're celiac?
Yeah.
A celiac, the demi-lich of gluten intolerance.
Yup.
I'm
also lactose intolerant. I got all the tummy problems.
Oh, your stomach
no.
hurt.
Tummy.
I like
club.
the kind of pierogi that I can get in a box in the freezer and then fry in a frying pan.
Hell yeah.
Those ones are pretty good, especially if you add fresh onions and like.
You gotta.
caramelize them.
I prefer to caramelize the onions and then like a little bit of
that's
applesauce.
kinda what I
Maybe.
meant.
All right. So, with that out of the
yum.
way, there's nothing left to say but good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.